What's up, guys? Luke here with Tailored Insurance. Today I'm going to be discussing whether or not Progressive is a good idea when insuring your trucking company and try to help clear up some misconceptions out there. So check it out. Alright, so I decided to make this video because I'm told every day from truckers that they want to go with anybody but Progressive. So from an insurance agent's perspective, that's kind of a challenging situation because whenever you're pre-qualifying these customers or you're doing your pre-underwriting, you're talking to them and you're finding out what their needs and wants are, it all points to Progressive. So usually Progressive is the best fit for most individuals, especially when getting started in the industry. They're going to be making lots of changes. They're going to need things addressed immediately. They're going to want immediate confirmation. And they're also going to know what their bill is going to look like at the time of the change versus a few weeks later. So I'm here to address all these issues and help clear up why Progressive is actually a good option for insuring your trucking company. Alright, so if you've ever had issues with Progressive personally, or you're just getting started in the industry and you've asked around of where you should get insurance and you've been told not to go with Progressive, most likely the person that had that bad experience, or if you had a poor experience, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be because the agent or the agency that wrote that policy made some type of error. So, or maybe didn't clarify some piece of information. So that being said, I completely understand if you've gotten, had a billing nightmare, or if coverage wasn't written correctly, or your authority wasn't activated because they didn't check that you had federal filings or something along those lines. I'm sure that has happened. But that being said, those are usually issues that stem with the agent that you're working with. So it's very important to work with an agent or agency that specializes in commercial transportation, trucking specifically, and that knows all the boxes to check to make sure that you're set up from inception the correct way and that you don't have those issues when you do start a new policy with Progressive. Alright, so since there's so much negative out there, I'm going to hit you with some positive facts about Progressive. And the first thing is that they're the largest trucking insurance provider in the country. So they insure more trucking companies on the road than any other insurance company out there. The second thing is that they have direct billing. And so if you're not familiar with the difference between direct billing and outside finance, pretty much, not all, but the vast majority of insurance companies, they require their payment to be paid in full. So they don't offer any in-house financing or billing options, payment options, when you get other types of insurance. So with Progressive, they directly bill you. It is financed through them, and they do have some very competitive payment terms. So their down payment options are one of the lowest in the industry. And then another great thing about them is it's mostly based on credit and payment history, but if you have good credit and payment history and you go to renew with Progressive, they actually offer you an extra installment, so that helps reduce your down payment versus what you paid last year percentage-wise. So that's a huge benefit when it comes to Progressive. Another thing is that they're great for new venture trucking companies. When it comes to new ventures, the vast majority of insurance companies out there are going to require a minimum of 2 years of CDL Class A's. So if you haven't had your CDLs for at least 2 years, chances of you getting insurance somewhere is slim to none. So Progressive will take that risk and they will insure you right out of the gate. And so obviously price is comparable for that, but there's no one else that's going to be able to insure you and get you out on the road to get started. So Progressive, there's a lot of benefits to them. I know there's a lot of misconceptions out there, and there's been some horror stories told, but at the same time, the way they're set up is very beneficial for the people that they're trying to insure. Alright, so that being said, Progressive is not always going to be the best option. And the reason for that is there's no insurance company out there that wants to insure every single business in every single industry. They all have their niches and what they figured out works best for them. So with Progressive, they don't like large fleets. So usually if it's a fleet size that's 20 or more, it's not really something that they'd like to look at. There may be exceptions, but majority of the time it's just not going to fit in their box too well. Another thing is, say that you plan on doing any UIA or intermodal loads. If that's the case, Progressive is not the option for you. Reason being is because Progressive doesn't work with UIA. They don't have a program set up for that, so they're not going to be a good option for that. they're more on the general freight side of things and the more standardized commodities. They don't get too in depth when it comes to specialized programs and that sort of thing. So they're really good at what they do, and they figured out how to do it well. So if you're like the vast majority of truckers and you're just looking for coverage for your general freight operation, you have good credit, and you want to be able to make quick changes, Progressive is an awesome option for you. Something else Progressive does really well is their claims handling process. So there's actually a statistic out there that people that have had claims with Progressive are more likely to renew with Progressive or stick with Progressive because of the experience that they had. Now, no claim is going to be a great process. I don't think anyone walks away from a claim saying how much they enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that the things that were damaged are repaired, your bills are paid for, and any type of liability you may be liable for is covered. And so Progressive does really well at that, and their customers seem to be very happy when it comes to the claims process. All right, guys, I hope these facts I brought to you help clear up some misconceptions about Progressive, and I hope you have a little bit better clarity on why you may have had issues or someone else may have had issues in the past when it came to Progressive. It usually is because of the policy not being written correctly. And who writes the policy? Usually the agent. So that's probably where your issues stemmed. But if you're looking for a Progressive quote that is going to be solid from the start and that everything's done correctly, you can definitely reach out to us. I'm going to leave our contact information in the description below, and don't hesitate to reach out to us. But until next time, thanks for watching.